Good morning and welcome to the VSA Morning Miner. I'm Ollie O'Donnell. It's the 20th of October and I'm joined by Paul Rankin. Paul, how are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, excellent, thanks. And the second day of the Shanghai Mining Club event is well underway now, so nearly over for this year, but obviously much more content and things to produce over the next 12 months until hopefully we're actually out in China next year.
Yes, I'll be looking forward to being able to travel a lot more, for sure. But the presentations so far, listening again this morning, are really quite good ones.
Yeah, actually, it's been 2 days of really good companies, so yeah, worth watching on the catch up if you can. What news is out there today, Paul?
First of all, we have Q3 copper production results out from Antofagasta, 181,000 tons produced in the quarter, which is up 1.5% quarter on quarter. For the 9 months, we're looking at 542,600 tons, which is pretty much flat with the same period last year. But that driven by a little bit lower grades at the Los Pelambres operation. Cash cost came in on the quarter at $1.79 a pound, which was 2 cents higher. And on the 9 months, it was 1.75 cents a pound, or about 14% higher. And half of that was due to a stronger Chilean peso, along with higher cost diesel for operations. They left their copper production guidance unchanged for the year, and they expect actually their net cash cost to be a little bit lower than originally guided at 125 a pound. So pretty stable production is what it looks like at Anto.
Yeah, and with the higher prices at the moment, that looks like they're going to get a strong sort of second half earnings, assuming production is maintained at that run rate. What's next, Paul?
Well, the axe has fallen essentially on Salt Lake Potash, and they have had to call in the administrators as announced today. And they've appointed some KPMG people as voluntary administrators of the company, and then Corda Mentha firm has been called in as receivers and managers for the various group operating entities. All a question about the cost overrun at Salt Lake Potash that resulted in bringing a working capital shortfall in order to try to get their operation for sulfate of potash production into production. So we'll see how this plays out going forward.
Yeah. Any other news out there, Paul?
Yeah, on the exploration front, two different companies have announced the discovery of two new copper porphyries, both of which are in the province of British Columbia in Canada. First off, with Brixton Metals, who had confirmed a copper porphyry on their Thorn project, specifically the Camp Creek soil and rock geochemical target, when drilled, has come up with 821 meters at 0.4% copper equivalent. This is also matched by, in a different location, this time by the TSX listed company Enduro Metals, and this is on its Newmont Lake project in northern BC, where they've drilled a 331 meter interval at 0.7% copper equivalent from surface on a new porphyry in that particular project as well. And the Newmont Lake project is part of that Golden Triangle area where so many of the big companies are making new discoveries, and new mines are being created there in both, mostly in gold, but ones like Skeena Resources and Pretium and things like that in recent years. But the Brixton one, that's a little bit new area over there on the Thorn project, up closer to the Alaskan border. but definitely the receding glaciers across this part of Canada is exposing some nice new mineralization, is what it comes down to.
Yeah, there's a huge amount of new activity going on in British Columbia. We've seen a number of new stories to look at there over the past sort of 18 months. But yeah, those are pretty impressive drill results you've mentioned there. So look like two names to follow. That's probably enough today, Paul. So thanks for your thoughts. We'll be back tomorrow.
See you then.